Welcome back to Youth Yoga. Today we're going to flow like water in our sacral chakra. We're also going to break up some negative energy or maybe just blocked energy, get ourselves in a good mood today. So it's time to flow. Let's get ready. All right, let's stand shoulder width distance apart today. Soften those knees. Bring hands on hips, and for now, we're just moving left and right. Nice deep breaths in and out the nose. And let's go ahead and come to stillness. Soften those knees. Let's inhale, lengthen all the way through the fingers. And even start to bring the gaze up. Let's exhale, bring the gaze back down, chin into chest. Let's bring the palms all the way together and bring the gaze to neutral. This means just looking forward here. I'm crossing my thumbs, palms are together. So here we are in volcano. We could heel toe it slightly open, a little more than shoulder width distance apart. So we have our volcano. And let's go ahead, open up, palms face up. We're gonna move into a balancing star. So heel toe back to shoulder distance apart. And let's hinge to one side, lifting one leg. One more breath. Let's exhale, release down. We're gonna move to the other side. Dorsiflex the foot. So that just means your sole of the foot is flat, like you're in a shoe. Let's go ahead and release down. Come back up to volcano. Palms together. And let's exhale, release. Let's roll through the shoulders. Find the breath in and out of the nose. Let's roll through the shoulders the opposite direction. Deep breaths in and out of the nose. Relax the shoulders, let the head tilt. Release the chin across the chest, nice and slow to the other side. Bring the gaze forward. And again, let's exhale, chin across the chest. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, chin across the chest. Inhale, looking forward. Let's exhale, chin, center of chest. And let's bring it back up. So for our mood elevating, we're gonna get the chi moving through our arms and legs today, our entire body. Come up forward. We're gonna start off with one arm. Let's start off with the right arm. I know it looks opposite to you on video, but palm up. And as we have that right arm, take the left hand, we're gonna slap it, palm faces up, all the way down the arm to the fingertips. Let's then bring palm face down, slap the arm all the way back up to the shoulder. Flip the palm up, slap down the arm. Palm up, slap down the arm. Palm down, slap back up the arm. Last one, palm up, slapping down the arm. Palm down, slap up the arm. We're gonna move to our left side. So we're gonna start with palm facing up and we're going to slap down that arm. Palm faces down, let's slap back up to the shoulder. Palm faces up, slap back down the arm. Palm faces down, let's slap back up to the shoulder. One more time, palm faces up, slap down the arm to the fingertips. Palm down, slap back up. And now let's come back to the right side. Bring the arm up. We're gonna slap from armpit all the way down that side to our hip. It's about as far as we can reach. Armpit all the way down to our hip. Armpit all the way down to our hip. Let's move to the opposite side. Armpit slapping down on the side to the hip. Bring it back up to underneath the arm and slap it down to the hip. One more time. Slapping down, getting that energy flow. Then let's just shake those arms here. Shake the arms. Shake the fingers, shake the hands. You should start to feel chi moving through. And then let's take and make fists and just do a Tarzan here. We don't have to beat too hard, but we're doing Tarzan. So you can hear that my voice has changed because we're breaking up any congestion, any blockages and energy here in the heart chakra and the chest and our lungs, getting our flow moving. And now we're gonna release that and we're gonna crisscross. So take one hand to the opposite shoulder and cross the body, fling it off like it's bad energy and let it go. Let's go ahead and come across, opposite all the way down and shake that off. Come back, shake it off. Crossing the body like an X, shake it off. Come across, shake it off. Cross, shoulder to hip, shake it off. Now we're gonna do it a little bit faster. Just shake once. Shake once. Shake once. All the way across, shoulder to hip. Shoulder to hip. Ooh, starting to feel that flow, that chi, that energy. Keep shaking it off. All right, again, let's shake those arms. Keep those knees nice and soft. We're gonna move into the low dantien. This is just below our navel, our belly button. Sacral chakra, it's within our hips or pelvis. Right here. So that's our low dantien. It's also the sacral chakra. We're going to make fists again and just right on the sides, a gentle tapping like we did for the mid dantien, our heart chakra, opening up those channels. We're now moving into the groin area where we're doing the same thing, breaking up any kind of blockages and energy because that's where it gets stuck, is in our dantien, within those space. Whew, nice deep breaths here. All right, now this time we're going to take our hands from our hips and we're going to pat down the sides of the legs. As we reach the ankle, we're moving the hands to the inside of the legs, patting all the way up, back to the hips, down. Hinging forward, ankles moving up on the inside. All the way again to the hips and let's pat it down. Inside of the legs, patting it back up all the way through the hips to the outside. One more time, all the way down. Then all the way back up in the center till we come back to the hips. All right, let's inhale, lengthen tall. Let's exhale, forward fold. So remember, knees soft, hip width distance apart, hinge at the hips, nice flat back. We're gonna release all the way down. Soften those knees. Let's take our hands right into the cracks of the elbows, coming into ragdoll. Let's let those hips sway left and right. Relax the torso, the head. Let it go. Staying with the motion today. Breathing in and out of the nose. Maybe even turning the head. Whatever feels good to you here. Move the head, move the torso, move the hips. Let's go ahead and find center. Relax the arms all the way down. Those knees are soft. Let's go ahead and inhale. Bring the hands to the legs right above the knees. We have a flat back. We're hinging at the hips. Shoulders roll back. Those knees are soft. Let's move right into airplane. Palms face down. We have the fingers back. So our airplane, hip width distance apart, soft knees, flat back. Stretch through those arms and fingertips. Let's exhale, bend the knees. We're gonna come right through into our chair pose. So knees are bent. You can bring hands on the knees, check those toes. So we're not moving forward with the hips because my knees pass my toes. We have to move those glutes back so that we wanna see our toes. Toes point forward here. There you go, hands on top of hips. And let's hinge all the way up. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale. Let's bring the palms together at heart center. We're gonna spread through the legs, coming into that straddle, standing straddle. So toes point forward, legs are spread wide, further than the shoulders and further than our hips. And let's inhale, lengthen all the way up. Keep those strong abs lengthen through the torso. We're gonna exhale, one arm moves forward, the other arm moves back. We're twisting at the waist, looking back. Let's inhale, bring it forward and up. Exhale, we're gonna twist the opposite direction. Inhale, forward, up. Again, exhale, twist through our waist. Inhale, lengthen back up and forward. Exhale, twist the other direction. Inhale, forward. Let's try and keep our hips forward, stabilized with our feet. Exhale. Inhale, forward. Last one, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen forward and up. Exhale, let's bring the hands all the way to the hips. We're gonna come closer to the ground. Keep those knees soft, hinge at the hips, keep the flat back. Remember, the heart leads us forward, so we have that flat back. Knees are soft. Start to let the head go. Start to release the hands all the way down to our mat. Remember, most of the weight is in your feet, in those legs. You could even bring hands on the legs here. Let's walk the hands to one leg, one side, and let's start to bend that knee right above the ankle. Keep that other leg lengthened. Try and keep a nice flat back here as we move to that one side. Let's start to move back through center. We're gonna move to the other side. Remember, the glutes hinge back, knee can bend right above the ankle, toes still point forward, hands can be on the ground or to that leg. The opposite leg is lengthening. Let's move back to center. Hands come to the hips. We're still forward and down. Let the head go. Let's start to sit it back. As we hinge at the knees, let's bring our hands to our knees. The glutes are hinging back. My knees are bent, so let's pick up the heels and heel toe it slightly in until my heels come directly below my knees when I'm hinging. And my toes are the same direction as my knees. Now I'm gonna bring my hands on top of my knees, lengthen through my back. Take a nice deep breath. We're gonna exhale and twist, looking over the shoulder. Let's inhale back to center. Exhale, twist the opposite direction. Inhale, center. Exhale, this shoulder moves towards the opposite knee. Inhale, center. This other shoulder moves to the opposite knee. Let's inhale back to center. Exhale, start to bring the arms out, sun pose. One more breath here. Palms face up. And let's bring it all the way up. Legs lengthen. Let's go ahead and bring the palms together. Back for volcano pose. Nice deep breaths here. And let's exhale, release. Coming back to hip width distance apart. We're gonna come all the way down to the ground. So let's find hip width distance apart on the floor or on your mat. Inhale, lengthen all the way up and over. Exhale, we're gonna swan dive, so hinge hips, tight core. Swan dive all the way to the floor. Keep the knees soft. Hands on the legs. Let's inhale, flatten the back. Bring the gaze forward for our monkey pose. This is our monkey. And then soften the knees enough. We're gonna bring the hands all the way down, walking out into downward facing dog. Here, we're moving through the legs now. Let's heel, press down, bend a knee. Let the hips again move side to side. You can move with the music here. We have a nice reggae beat. Let's go ahead and soften those knees, press the heels down. We're gonna come all the way forward into our plank pose. Let's try and hold it for a few breaths so we tighten those abs. Shoulders roll back. We can always do kneeling plank with our knees down, still lengthen through that back, have a nice tight core. Let's bring it all the way back into child's pose by bending those knees, untuck those toes, glutes come down to the heels. We're gonna release all the way down to the mat. Let's come back into that breath, breathing in and out of the nose. Start to bring the hands forward, stretching like we would for our extended child's pose. Spread through the fingers. As we come up, let's press our hips, our glutes to one side. And then we're gonna come all the way forward into a flat back plank, and then press the hips towards the other side like we have a clock on our low back and we're moving in a circle all the way back down to the heels. Inhale to the side, press the hips and glutes to that side, all the way forward, finishing your inhale. Exhale to the opposite side, press the hips and glutes, all the way back down to your heels. We have one more circle. Inhale, to the side, forward, exhale to the opposite side, and all the way back down. We're gonna move the other direction. So let's inhale to the opposite side that we started from. Move it all the way forward. And exhale, move it to the other side and all the way back down. 2 more circles. Inhale, taking your time, pressing it out to the side. Move all the way forward. And exhale, moving to the side, back down. Last one, inhale, big circle here, all the way forward. Exhale to that opposite side and all the way back down. Let's inhale, find tabletop. So here we find joint alignment. If this hurts our wrists, let's make a fist. Tuck the thumb in. Knees are right underneath your hips. We're gonna move into cat-cow. So let's inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, gaze forward, lift through the glutes. And exhale, cat, compress your belly button into the spine, chin into chest. Inhale, let's move back into cow. Nice deep breath. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, that black cat. Inhaling, cow. Feeling that spine move. Let's exhale, cat. Inhale, let's draw all the way up into our camel. So here we're on our knees, still hip width distance apart. Let's make fist for wrist to the low back. Tighten those glutes. Draw the shoulders back and down. Squeeze the elbows together. Lift through the heart. Bring your gaze up. And if this feels easy and you're still breathing, then you can bring it further back. Just make sure you can breathe and this does not hurt you. Let's exhale. Start to bring it back up, lengthening. And we're gonna come all the way back down into a child's pose. This time, our child's pose, we're gonna open the knees wide. So your knees are now open wide, glutes on heels, and we're gonna come all the way back down to the mat. Let's exhale, coming all the way back up. We have some neat things we're gonna move into. So why don't you come over here for a sec? You can face, we can bring our legs out. All right. So to start off with, let's lengthen our legs out. We have hip width distance apart here. Toes are up towards the ceiling for dorsiflexion. We're gonna bend one knee. Once you bend that knee, toes are still up towards the ceiling, take that opposite hand comes all the way to the lateral side. So the outside of your foot is the lateral side of your foot. You're gonna hang on with your fingers. The other hand is on your knee, and then you're gonna start to lengthen by just picking up the foot. But if you find your back is really curled, just stay right here while you hang on to the knee and foot and try to lengthen tall through the back. Roll those shoulders back. Maybe this is as far as we go. If you want to add more and you feel more flexible, you can lengthen through that leg. Just as long as we keep the back lengthened, take that hand that was on the knee and you can open it up and back. And let's exhale. Gently bring that all the way back. Soften that knee. Release that leg because we're moving to the other side. So allow that leg to lengthen. Bend the other knee. Remember, opposite hand comes to the opposite lateral side of the foot. So it's the outside of the foot. Hanging onto the knee. Hang on to the hand to foot. Try to lengthen tall. So if we feel rounded again and we're just barely hanging on, you need to roll those shoulders back. Press the heart forward. Let the shoulders roll down and back. Lengthen through the leg, through the torso, then open the arm back. And let's exhale, start to release and draw back forward where we can let go of the leg. We want to move into our staff position. So the legs are going to stay lengthened here, toes up towards the ceiling. Hip width distance apart. Let's tighten those muscles really tight. Almost the legs might shake a little bit because we're tightening right towards the bone all the way through the legs. Let's inhale, draw the shoulders up. Point those fingers forward. Exhale, roll the shoulders back down. Press the hands into the floor as the heart here starts to lift. We're tightening those abs and we're breathing in and out of the nose. Nice deep breaths. Keep those legs tight. Full body tension here. So everything is tight. The abs are tight. Arms, legs. And let's gently release. Point the toes. Let's even move through those feet. So we're making circles with the feet as we're here. Sit nice and tall. And then let's move the feet the opposite direction. Doing good. We're gonna move into our tabletop. So let's find our soles of the feet. Hip width distance apart, those knees are bent. Let's bring our hands back. As we do, let's make sure those fingers point forward towards the front, towards your feet. Then we're gonna inhale, lift those hips up for tabletop. You can look up. Let's exhale, release those hips. Inhale, let's bring it back up. Lengthen. Exhale, release the glutes and hips back down. Inhale, let's lengthen up. Exhale. Now as we exhale, keep those hands right where they're at. Soften the elbows. Lengthen through the torso. The shoulders are rolled back. Let's lengthen the leg. Point the toe. Bring it back. Lengthen the leg. Point the toe. Bring it back. Lengthen that opposite leg. Point the toe. Bring it back. Lengthen the leg. Point the toe. Let's bring it back. Now we're going to bring those hands. So we have them far back. Now we're going to bring them under the knees. Roll the shoulders back. We still have that nice flat back. We're going to bring up a foot. Bring it down. Bring up another foot. Bring it down. We're going to come into a bent leg boat. So hang on to the backs of the legs and just start to lift the feet up off the ground. We have knees bent. My toes are forward. I have hip width distance apart. We're balancing on our glutes. Nice flat back here. Still breathing. Let's go ahead and exhale, release that. Let's come to easy cross-legged style here. Hopefully we've warmed up our hips, our back, our shoulders, our neck. We're going to continue here. So let's inhale, lengthen through the back for a moment while we have a hold of our knees. Lengthen nice and tall, roll those shoulders back. Let's press one palm into the ground. As we do, soften that elbow, the fingers point the same direction. Let's inhale, bring up that other arm, and exhale, hinge that direction for our lateral flexion. Let's inhale, lengthen back up. We're gonna switch arms, palm down, exhale. Hinge at the elbow. Inhale, coming back up. And exhale, lateral flexion. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, lateral flexion. Inhale. And exhale. Slowing it down, feeling the coolness start to come in. Inhale. And exhale. A lot of movement today. Inhale, coming up. Let's exhale, hands to knees. Round through the back, chin into chest. Lots of circles today, so we're gonna make another big circle. Move heart center to one knee. And then we're gonna inhale, press heart center forward to the other knee. And let's exhale, round it back. Inhale, forward. One knee to the other knee as we move. Exhale, let's round it back. Last one. Inhale. Move to the opposite knee. And exhale, round it back. Moving opposite direction, so we're going to make 3 circles the other way. Heart center to that opposite knee. Inhale all the way to the other knee. And exhale, round it back. Continuing to lightly move. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, rounding it back. All right. We're gonna roll around a little bit right before our Shavasana. So once again, let's go ahead, bend those knees, hang on to the legs, round back nice and slow. Once you get those legs, knees to chest, squeeze it in, and then move side to side. Giving a little bit of massage to the back. Let's release the feet all the way down. Release the back. We're gonna heel toe and open the legs just a little bit more. About shoulder width distance apart. And then we're gonna release the legs to one side. Windshield wiper. Let's move it back up to center. And we're gonna release to the opposite side. And center. Moving to the side. Inhaling center. Exhale to the side. Inhale to center. Let's exhale, one knee to chest. Grab a hold of the knee, draw it to the chest. Let's release that. Moving on to the next leg, knee to chest. Release. Getting ready for our Shavasana. We're gonna release the legs all the way down to the ends of the mat. Let's open up the palms of the hands. Starting to relax here. Starting to come back in tune with your breath. As we breathe, we're coming in and out of the nose, breathing, shutting the eyes. Focusing on the breath. Letting a smile come to your face here as we breathe in and out. Feeling relaxed and happy. And as we relax into the earth, we let go. We release any tension in the body. We allow the breath to move through the body. Feeling the breath move through the nose, through the sinuses, through your head. Feeling the breath move all the way through the throat. With each breath, we clear our mind, we relax our mind. We let go of all of our worries. As we feel the breath expand through the throat, through the heart, the chest, our lungs, and our shoulders. And again, we release on our exhales, we let go. We allow the breath to move from the shoulders all the way down through the arms. Relaxing our fingertips, relaxing the elbows and the wrists. We then notice the breath expanding all the way through the abs, relaxing the back as we release the vertebrae into the floor, relaxing the stomach, moving all the way down through the torso into your pelvis. As we move low down into the torso, we're allowing it to move through our legs. Feeling that sensation of relaxation, of letting go, as that gentle energy flows through the hips, the legs, the knees, all the way down through our ankles, relaxing our feet. And allow this to flow all the way through the toes. And now each breath, you feel an expansion on the inhales and a letting go and relaxation on the exhales. As we let go and we relax, we feel safe. We feel stable. upon that foundation, we come into movement into our sacral chakra, our low dantien, just below the belly button. And we're just going to take nice deep breaths into this space below the belly button. And as we take nice deep breaths, expanding that space, we're starting to center here. You can always bring hands over the low abs if it feels good to you. And again, allowing a smile on the face as we breathe into this space. Feeling centered here, feeling balanced. This is where we store our energy. It's our powerhouse. So just allowing the energy to settle here in the low dantien. Taking nice deep breaths. And then slowly starting to open the eyes again. Starting to bring movement maybe back to the head, to the fingers, the toes. Maybe even stretching overhead if it feels good. Waking up for a good morning when you stretch, bring movement back to the body. And when you're ready, you can move to the left side in fetal position. So just bend those knees. Maybe even squeeze the knees into chest here. And then whenever you're ready, remember to use the palms of the hands. You can press into the floor and bring ourselves all the way back up to our glutes. You can come back into that easy cross-legged style here. Thank you for joining me for yoga today. Namaste. Namaste, and have a great day.